Also, I'm so glad that we didn't have to remind you to be the friendliest audience tonight.
Thank you, Colin.
No worries. You all good?
This way, is it?
That's the one. Yeah. Come on up. And we've got a timer going over there.
Of course.
And the stage is yours.
Thank you. Hi, everyone. I just wanted to start by saying I'm used to speaking in front of kids more than adults, so please bear with me. Okay, so I asked a friend recently, what does it mean to be a change maker? And he said, when someone has a dream and a vision that they wholeheartedly believe could make a difference, it becomes their why, but they're then able to communicate that to others, and it becomes their vision too, and together they're able to ignite change. So it was quite exciting because when I look around now, it's quite clear to see that what started with an idea and a dream is now well on its way to becoming a global creative movement. And yeah, I guess one of the key things I wanted to share tonight is that I didn't do this alone, and I'd never wished to do this alone. It honestly does take a village. And the more that village grows, the more impact we're able to have, and the richer that impact becomes. So I was a child dreamer, and as far back as I can remember, I wished I could heal all the pain and suffering that was out there. It didn't seem like a huge conversation going on at the time, and for that reason, I think it made me feel quite lonely and misunderstood a lot of the time. As I got older, things didn't really get a whole lot better. There were a lot of long, painful experiences, getting a bit personal here, and losses that really shook me. But in those moments, it made me realize, or I can definitely realize where I am now, that a lot of those moments are the ones that have led me to where I am now. I know that's been a bit of a theme here tonight as well, and so for that reason, I am grateful. So about 6 years ago, there was definitely a big defining moment. I guess you could call it a breaking point. And I know a lot of you could relate to this. I was just done with trying to fit into the general status quo and society with all its rules and boundaries. And I just decided it was time to take charge of my own destiny. So I basically changed everything. I downsized completely, became a full-time nomadic house sitter, freelance designer, and just packed my suitcase and took off wherever felt right at the time. I was probably the happiest and freest I'd ever been, and finally living my authentic life. And things changed quite drastically once I finally started listening to my intuition and finding my own tribe of special and amazing people doing inspiring things. Just pause on this a moment because a lot of them are actually in this room tonight, which is amazing. And it really means something, it honestly does. So to all these people and others I've met along my journey in all kinds of places, and the ones that I'm yet to meet, I just wanted to say how thankful I am for all of you. So on my journey to all these different places, as I started traveling, I really started falling in love with the diversity of all our different homelands and our different stories. But I think I was more drawn to what connects us. And I started spending a lot of time with children at home and all these various places I visited, and connecting with them through creativity. And I noticed quite early on there was just such a amazing and positive effect that came over the kids, especially in disadvantaged or vulnerable places. creativity is such a powerful and therapeutic tool, but I also noticed that far too often it's one of the things that gets overlooked because there's just such a overwhelming list of immediate and desperate needs that need to be taken care of. And it got me thinking about, well, as I was collecting all these beautiful drawings and stories from children around the world, I naturally started taking them with me and sharing them with other kids from faraway places, kind of giving them an insight into each other's worlds. And there was just such a profound and loving curiosity that they had for each other. It was just beautiful to see the way they were exploring each other's worlds and getting to understand each other. And it got me thinking about these three really powerful words, I see you, that have always been with me. And I think it's because it's such a fundamental need that we all have, to be truly seen, understood, and loved. So I thought, what if the children could be that for each other? What kind of impact could that have? And what kind of effect could that have on a global scale? And yes, children are the future, but I really do believe that they have the ability to be the change makers of today too, given half a chance. Colour Our Story facilitates the creation of colouring in storybooks by children for children around the world. These precious books are designed to empower, inspire, and create a real sense of connection and global citizenship through the magical powers of storytelling and creativity. I wish I had more time, but these are just a few pages from some of the books from all the different places we've had so far. This is a gorgeous boy, Davis, one of the first places I did this in Uganda. Today I'm an orphan, tomorrow I'll be a scientist. I have life, I'm healthy, I have a future. Being a lawyer could also be my future job. I study hard, God loves me. But trust me, there are endless, amazing ones I'll tell you more about soon. Another one from Mila and Dunedin. They recently did an exchange with kids in India. They're busy working on all their drawings and stories that'll be sent over very soon. I love you and your country, India. Some more from Dunedin, and we've just recently done one in Indonesia. This little boy that I met personally, he's amazing. He just did that in like, I don't know, 10 minutes out of his head. It was incredible. So at the moment we have books from places like Auckland, Dunedin, Melbourne, Uganda, Sierra Leone, Indonesia, Haiti with the amazing, amazing loving Jill over there who you've heard about, Charity Teas. So we do a lot of collaborations with a lot of people that just come across Colour Our Story naturally, and it's a very organic process, which I love. And we've got more coming soon from places like Canada, Czech Republic, so many I'm going to forget them, Fiji, and a whole lot of others. They just keep coming. So the profits from the books sold, first they're books that are exchanged between the kids, and then the books that are sold, the profits are intended to fund creative opportunities, supplies and therapies where they're most needed. And finally, I just wanted to leave you with a word that's always been very close to my heart. It's a very old African word, Ubuntu, which means I am because we are. And I truly feel that Colour Our Story fully embodies this concept. So far, it's connected with children of all ages from all different places, teachers, students, parents, designers, photographers, amazing friends and family, and the list goes on. But basically, they're able to use their connections and their sorry, they're able to use their creativity and connections to kids to make amazing things happen. It's a vision that we all share, and it's a space open to anyone and everyone who wishes to become a part of it. And I'd just like to say, they're not for sale, but I do have all the latest books here for anyone who does want to have a look, just because they are so amazing to look through, and I just wanted to share that. Yeah, and if anyone does want to buy books, it's on Facebook /Colour Our Story. So thank you.